Welcome to The Explainer. Today, our goal is super specific and honestly incredibly valuable. We're going to transform you from a reactive job candidate into a highly strategic negotiator. We're pulling insights directly from a deep dive analysis to bring you 4 absolutely critical salary negotiation tips. These can literally change the trajectory of your entire career's earnings. So if you've ever felt that pit in your stomach about having the salary talk, well, you are in the exact right place. Let's get into it.
Okay, we've all been there, right? It always starts right here, the dreaded interview question. So, what is your expected CTC, or cost to company? This one seemingly innocent question from a recruiter is exactly where most candidates make a massive mistake. I mean, they leave a tremendous amount of money on the table without even realizing it. The source material highlights a classic scenario. A candidate just instantly blurts out their expectation, say 18 lakhs, and the second those words leave their mouth, boom. They have lost all their leverage.
Just to put into perspective the sheer scale of the opportunity you miss when you mishandle that first question, it's staggering. By using the right playbook, candidates have successfully navigated their offers to secure package increases of 50 to 70%. 50 to 70. And get this, that's often after the initial offer has already been released, so the stakes here are incredibly high. The difference between getting a standard average hike and a totally transformative one, it is entirely about strategy.
So, here is our playbook for today. We'll cover the ultimate negotiation mistake, followed by our 4 core principles. Principle 1, ask the budget. Principle 2, delay the reaction. Principle 3, change the playground. And finally, Principle 4, know your bracket. Let's jump right in.
Number 1. The ultimate negotiation mistake.
There's a night and day difference between these 2 approaches. The bad approach, blurting out your current and expected numbers. If you just flat out state your current is 12 and your expectation is 18 lakhs, well, congratulations, you've just built yourself a ceiling. That 18 lakhs is no longer the floor of your negotiation, it's the absolute maximum they're ever going to try to pay you. You really can't raise it later. The strategic approach, though, you've got to flip that question right back to the recruiter.
Before you even get bogged down in the numbers, you need to gather some ammunition. Instead of talking salary right off the bat, the data strongly suggests asking probing questions. Things like, how long has this role been open? That tells you exactly how desperate they might be. Or ask, what are the core business problems to solve? And who does the team report to? Uncovering the specific business problems that your role is meant to solve directly increases your leverage. Basically, the closer you are to solving a major revenue or growth bottleneck, the more salary you can command.
Moving on to 2. Principle 1. Ask the budget.
Actively asking for the budget range is an absolutely non-negotiable step. Here's the exact script you should literally memorize and use. What budget range are you working with for this specific role? Simple, right? Now, the HR rep might push back a little. They might give you the classic, well, we have flexibility for the right candidate. Totally normal. The advice here is to stay firm and probe professionally. You can respectfully reply that, hey, to ensure everyone's time is respected, you just want to understand the alignment before investing in multiple interview rounds. Make them give you that range first.
All right, 3. Principle 2, delay the reaction.
Okay, so picture this. The offer is finally extended. Even if it's the exact number you asked for, you have to listen and just delay. Use this script. Thank you for this. Let me review everything properly, and I'll get back to you by tomorrow. Using this instead of countering immediately does a couple of really crucial things. First off, it shows immense composure and maturity. You aren't just jumping at the first shiny thing. Second, it builds what we call the labor effect. You want them to see that you're seriously evaluating the offer, putting real thought into it, not just reacting emotionally. And honestly, thoughtful decision makers are simply viewed as more valuable.
Number 4. Principle 3, changing the negotiation playground.
There is a fatal flaw in how most people handle the counteroffer. A reactive candidate will just pick up the phone, call back, and ask, hey, can we do 22 lakhs instead of 18? You are playing on their playground when you do that. You're taking on all the pressure of a live phone call, and you're bound to fall into those awkward silence traps. To be genuinely strategic, you have to change the medium to email. This completely removes the pressure, lets you carefully craft your words, and as a bonus, documents the entire exchange. Most importantly, though, you shift the focus from just your fixed base salary to the entire complete package.
Think about it like a pie. If you only negotiate the fixed salary, you might just end up splitting the difference, maybe settling at 20 lakhs.
But if you expand your view and start negotiating across all the variable components, like variable pay, the joining bonus, or ESOPs, you can actually stretch that initial 18-lakh offer into a total equivalent package of 24 to 25 lakhs. You are expanding the pie. And you're doing it without making the company feel like they are breaking their base salary budget. It's a total win-win.
And please, keep this critical insight in the back of your mind. Negotiation doesn't just magically happen at the very end of the process, it's happening the whole time. The recruiter usually doesn't even decide your salary, they have to get budget approval from a VP or a function head. That means your job during every single interview is to consistently demonstrate deep business value. If you ask great questions about revenue and metrics all along the way, you're literally handing your future hiring manager the exact ammunition they need to fight for your stretched offer behind closed doors.
Let's move to 5. Principle 4. Know your bracket. Understanding the specific salary bracket you're targeting changes your whole approach. The source material highlights a really clear divide here. If you're negotiating in a bracket under 25 lakhs, your primary focus really needs to be on securing a strong base salary and clearly understanding the nuts and bolts of the bonus structure. Ask about past variable payouts to make sure they're actually achievable. But if your conversation is crossing above that 25 lakh mark, the whole dynamic shifts. Now you're negotiating with leadership. So your focus should heavily pivot towards your long-term growth, your path to leadership, and showing hard evidence of value creation. It becomes all about aligning with the company's future vision.
So, let's do a really quick wrap-up of this highly effective playbook. Step 1. Never reveal your number right away, flip it, and ask for their budget. Step 2. Whatever you do, do not react emotionally. Always ask for time to evaluate the offer. Step 3. Change the playground by switching to email so you can negotiate the full, comprehensive package. And Step 4. Know your specific salary bracket and adapt your strategy to fit it. Remember, executing these 4 steps doesn't mean you're being aggressive or difficult, it just means you are being strategic. Which leaves us with one final thought to chew on. When your next big career opportunity presents itself, and that offer finally pings into your inbox, what are you going to do? Will you fall back into reacting emotionally, or will you use this exact playbook to step back, strategize, and claim the value you truly deserve? The choice is entirely in your hands. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I genuinely hope you use these tools to secure the package you've worked so hard for.